methods you have to study a little bit in detail, and each methods you have to find out the pros and cons. What is the best practices and stuff like that. So
Okay.
authorization method, authorization here. So here if you see that RBAC I discuss, okay. Now these are the node. That means if you have access to the node, you can do anything. ABAC, attribute based access control. RBAC, the one which we discussed just now, and OpenIDU webhooks and all, you can also implement them. Got it?
Yeah.
So this is the default actually. So every time when you initialize the cluster, it is default. Let's say if you want to have and this is also automatically comes. ABAC if you want it, again you have to enable it manually. Webhooks also.
And we
So
can have only one method, or we can have combination.
no, you can have a combination of all.
Okay.
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 One more thing. Uh, one more thing. What are the pros and cons for ABAC? What is the pros and cons for RBAC? Also, you need to discuss. You need to have one time reading for that.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure.
Okay. Now the question is why we are discussing DAC and MAC. So we understood that DAC is basically something which is correlated to the Linux, and Mac you can see like Windows which we set it up. Now the question is how can we secure that a Trojan horse attack at the system level? That means how can we harden the systems for the DAC based control system. So that is where there is one application which is being used, which is called App Armor in Linux. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So App Armor is a basically uh, is a Linux kernel security module that allow the system administrator to restrict programs capabilities with pre-programmed profile. Okay, understand that. So this basically can be accessible to the system administrator, and system administrator will create a profile something like I'll simplify this. Let's say you have a file, right? One, you have a
Mm-hmm.
script file. Now you are the owner of it, so literally you can do anything, correct? You can
Mm-hmm.
change the
Right.
permission, you can delete the file. In Linux you can do everything. You can execute the file, you can delete the file. But what
Mm-hmm.
happens that no one can deny your authority over there. That's a DAC. Okay, but if you migrate, if you want to control something in the way, like even though you are the owner, you should not be allowed to do this on certain objects. Object means certain files. So how can we do that? Are you understanding my points?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that way, that you can do using the app armor. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
app armor is a Linux kernel security module that allows the system administrator to restrict program capability with a pre-programmed file. So what you'll do first, you have to create one profile. App armor is installed by default in most of the Linux. We'll check that. So after that, you'll have to create a profile, and in the profile, you have to say, okay, this file you cannot do this. Maybe you cannot read or write or
Okay.
execute, even though you are owner of that file. Okay, so you cannot do that. So profile can allow capabilities. So this profile has all the access control. So profile can allow the capabilities like network access, raw socket access, and the permission to read, write, or execute files on the matching path. Okay, so this profile is important. So here in a profile, you can set, just again, this pop-up is not going. It's okay. So in the profile, you can set two kind of things: enforce and complain. What does that mean? So in the profile, you say if some user, some owner, or some other users are trying to run or read or write that file, so whether you should enforce that, you should stop that, or you just complain to the administrator. Are you getting my points?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
So it has a profile. App armor profile has a two modes of work, and either you can enforce or complain. Okay, so now the coming back to the app armor integration with the Kubernetes. So Kubernetes support the app armor was added in 1.4 only. Okay, so Kubernetes 1.4 only. App armor profiles are specified per container. Okay, one need to add an annotation to the pod's metadata to specify the app armor profile to run a pod container. That means what we are saying. So this support is there in a Kubernetes since ages. Now this you can specify the app armor profiles uh, per container basis. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
if you want to implement this enforce and complain to that particular container or pod, then what you need to do, just you need to specify one metadata to the pod, and then app armor automatically enable that profile. Are you understanding? Just you have to add one annotation in the pod spec.
Yeah, got it.
That's all. So this is something which you have to do that. So now the question is how can we work with it? So these are the good reference which you can use it for app armor. Official documents also there, but it's too lengthy
Mm-hmm.
for implementing on that Kubernetes website. You can do offline. So here I'll show you this here. So first thing you have to install the app armor. So this is the command to install the app armor. Now after that you can check that app armor status after installing it, and you can also use these two commands. So let me run these commands and it will show me which are the profiles I am having it. So which machine I should run. See here, look at this here. So right now I have how many profiles I'm having? 33 profiles. And this
Right.
is in enforce mode. Like complaint mode or enforce mode, two modes are there, right? So here you
Mm-hmm.
have a 33 profiles we have in the enforce mode. Now I want to see how many profiles we have in complaint mode. If you see that these are the two profiles sorry, these are the two profiles you have in a complaint mode. Now
Mm-hmm.
and these 8 processes have profile defined and 6 process. So basically look at this here. If anyone wants to change some of the stuff, okay, even though if you are the owner of the system,
Uh-huh.
okay, you will not be able to do that because of enforce mode is there. And here these are the processes which is complaint mode. Now these all are kernel I mean Kubernetes container runtime environment related processes. Without that your Kubernetes will not work.
Just a question.
Yeah.
So these are so app armor can be applied at the so these are at the Unix level or this is still at the just container and pod level only?
No, all are at the kernel level. Yeah. Okay.
Kernel
Now,
level.
remember one
Okay.
more thing I want to remind you. Understand that pod and container. Container is also one process for the kernel. Remember that.
Right, right,
Okay. So the moment you enable the unequation to the pod, that means that process will be added in the enforce mode.
right.
You
Okay.
understand? Getting my point?
Uh, yeah, yeah, got your point. Okay, okay. So this is not on the worker or the master
You can
Linux system. Rather, this is on the
Linux system, yeah, kernel level. So even
no,
though
no, no, no. Sorry. So for example, this Kube API server, right? So
Mhm.
yesterday we upgraded Kubernetes, right?
Right.
So that process may have changed this file, right?
Yeah. No,
So, but
these are the executables actually.
uh-huh, okay. So these
And
files are where are these files exactly?
these are the local file, no?
Local to the node, the control node and
Yes, yes.
the
The path you have in front of you.
correct. But we are saying the app armor profile is applied at the container level, right?
So you are thinking, okay, this is not executable. It's a process actually. So if
Okay.
some, remember the Trojan horse, you are trying to access the process and manipulate the process of it.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can do that. Okay,
Okay.
so these are the I did not create it. It is there in a default way.
Default.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how can we create our own profile and stuff like that? So that is where we have to do that. So I've shown you now. Let's create your own profile.
Okay.
So here, uh, app armor profiles are based on text profile that is located in the this directory. So
Okay.
let's go and check some of that. And
Yeah. Yeah, I done this one in the killer SH, but I didn't understand without understanding. So DAC Mac, and I was not even aware about that.
yeah,
So good to understand the working behind it.
yeah,
I mean, I just run that command to create the app profile and apply it to a pod or a container. But yeah, it's good to know the theory also. Okay.
yeah. So this directory is not found. So just a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to the etc in the directory called here. This is the app armor profiles here, and it was not able to get it directly. I copied. Oh, this is the A capital. Okay, so here you have all the profiles, and we will create some more profiles also.
Okay.
So yeah. So now you can take one of the profiles, user bin and syslogd. So this is the one, and read this. This is how we can create a. This is the one profile. So what you are saying, this is a executable and some configurations. So if you run this particular executable, these are the
Uh,
capability which you are, allowed to do. So here you can read this file. These are the configurations allowed. You can read
mm,
this file. You can read this directory. You can read everything from here.
mhm.
Read, write, and K. You can do that. So
Oh, okay. Those permissions are.
yeah.
What is
So
K?
K, I need to look at the
Okay.
documentation for.
Something else.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that is the things.
okay.
So here, yeah. So these are the things you can do that. So like that, you can create your own profile. See, and this is the RW and RWK. I think K means maybe X. It's a way to do that. Okay. So now what I'm doing right now, I'm creating my own profile. So here, uh, profile deny profile. So this is the one profile I'm creating. So let's create a profile skeleton to use the Kubernetes later. Profile can be created by text file, or you can use this utility also. So this
Okay.
utility, I don't think so it will be installed. Let me see that. Uh, yeah, it's there. No, it's not there. So you can install this utility.
Okay.
This is the command to install that utility. So this is the command line way to create it. And
So this app armor is exclusively for Kubernetes only, or it can be used for something else?
no, it's a Linux.
It's a Linux utility
Linux.
which, okay,
Uh-huh.
extended to
S-
Kubernetes.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Got it.
we are learning this system hardening, right? So
Right. Right.
this is one of the tool. In CKS we have more than 12 tools to learn actually, and apart from Kubernetes. So
Right.
so
Okay.
remember that. So
Yeah.
this I installed just now. So after that you have to use this tool to do that, or you can create manually profile like this. Okay.
Okay.
Now, whichever the file which you have, you can specify. So, for example, uh, this is the parser. Parser means reload the profile, enforce the profile, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
let's do one thing. Let's call this is just a second. Let's call general one. So here I am going for one manually I'm showing you. So here agent proof. Let's say there's one file there's one script I'm creating. So vi um, deploy dot sh, and here I'm saying touch raju dot txt, delete raju dot txt, more raju dot delete will not work, sorry, uh, rm,
RM.
right, rm, yeah, rm more, and something like that, and modify something that you can use it, but it's okay. So these are the three activities I'm doing with raju: creating
Okay.
it, removing it, and reading it. So dot txt,
You want to
that's,
put removing later in the end because
yeah, that is also, you can do that just for the demo purpose. I'm
okay,
just
okay.
just a second. And rm hyphen rf raju dot txt. So three things which we are doing now. Chmod deploy dot sh 745, because I can't execute, right? Huh. Now what I will do, I'll create a, I have to open up a new console actually. Two consoles I needed to create a profile. So this is a manual way. Automated way you can also do that.
Hmm.
Copy someone's hundreds of profiles you will find on the Google actually. So you can
Correct.
copy from there also and get it done. So this is the machine, right? Yeah. Let it come. So one time what I'm doing, nothing great actually. This is a utility which can help you to create a profile. Okay, a generate profile. So what you can do, this is the tool, and after that we'll type the name of the file. Okay, the path of the
Okay,
file, and then we'll run automatically. It will tell what you want: read, write, allow, deny, something like that. It will tell you. So
okay,
this is the automated way. But let's say if you
okay.
want to manually, then directly you create a file, put it in the directory, the one which I said
Mm-hmm.
here, and then restart the app armor, which is using this command. Where is that? Uh,
Parser, maybe parser you can do.
this is to validate, reload the file. Okay,
Correct.
and restart this app armor service, because it's running as a service, and then it will take. Now in after that profile done, it's a manual process, nothing has to be done in Kubernetes. After that, the only things which you have to do is this line. Okay, so here this is your profile name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which you created somewhere inside this directory, and the file profile name was something like the one which I showed you. That's all. This is the profile, deny profile.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? So
Yep.
you have to use this profile. That's all. So now I'm showing you manually. Just a second. Let it load system, and here. So go to ssh-i devopschool, and username is Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu at the rate of ip. Just a second. Yeah. So now I need to run that file. So sudo -s. I'll go to the same locations where I am having this file deploy.sh, and I've installed that utility which is here, automated way, and just let's a command example. I'll just copy paste to avoid the mistake. So this is the command, and so this is the command. I'll create this command in the chat and then this notes. Okay, so here uh, uh, the profile is that your profile path is where is that? Mm, just a second. Your profile path is this one. Mm, okay, so etc/etc, and this is your profile path. You can keep it custom location also. Then in that case, you have to change the configuration file for AppArmor. I'm not complicating too much. And this is
Okay.
the path of the file, which is in current directory. This is the current directory, root deploy.sh, right? So root deploy.sh. Now this this square bracket, just please. So this is the right command, and you have many other options also, because I'm not teaching you this tool, just I'm giving you the uh, practice, like what you
Sure.
need to do that. So
Sure.
you should try that one. So now I am going to run this and creating a profile manually. So done and enter. Okay, now there is one file which I'll create. So now, sorry, here I will run this file and deploy.sh. Just wait, it's not interactive. I have to enable the interactive. Just a second, hold on. So the name of the file was uh, Google where it got created. Just a second. Find grep hyphen capital R file name. It's not created at all actually. So why? Just a second. D for directory, correct. F for file name. So I'm using the right commands. Let's use this. it should create that. Just a second, hold. Genpov. Oops, sorry, my bad. I used the wrong command actually.
Genproof.
Yeah,
Genproof.
yeah, that was a mistake actually. I was reading that actually. I copied blindly. Yeah. So now it should be clear the screen. Now, hmm, program name, deploy. Uh, just let me copy paste actually. We made the mistake. I don't remember these commands.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm, where is that? Hmm, example codes are not given. And program. Okay, so leave this. Call this one and deploy. No. Okay, leave it there. So let's create a profile manually for time being, and I'll find that exact command. So here,
Okay.
what we are doing, I'll copy this file, which is uh, mm, just a second. Yeah. So I'll go to etc app armor. Okay, and here I will just click create one profile and named with, let's say, deny profile. Vi deny dot profile
Mm-hmm.
and created this file, and here it will deny uh, this is the rule deny profile and writable rule for the any location under the root path. Okay, so this is
Okay.
the any location in the root path denying this. So after this you have to, this is explanations done and all, and reload the profile. So this command will reload the profile, and the name of the profile I give it something deny.profile actually. So this is the file, load this file. Now after loading the file, create an enforcement to that. So this profile should be enforced. There's a two role, enforce and complain. So here, my bad,
Okay.
deny.profile, and I enforce mode. Now after that you have to go and create some pod. Now this pod you have to understand. First understand this. This is the Alpine image, and what you are trying to do, sh some echo and some files and sleep for 7 hours or something like that. And here you are adding the deny profile. This is a profile name in the local host. Are you getting my points? So here, if any changes which you are trying to do, and that you will not be able to do in the slash root locations. Okay. So run this code vi
Mhm.
kubectl get ports vi xx.yaml and paste it. Now kubectl create. Okay, one thing I forgot actually. So here this pod has to be see here what I did. I'll tell you. Um,
Mhm.
I this is my master and this is my
Right.
work. This is my worker. I enable that profile in the master. Okay, understand this. Are you getting my
Okay.
point? And I'm running this pod in the worker. So what I can do, uh, I will just for time being, just for the demo, kubectl get nodes. I will do this same thing in the master also quickly, not to avoid the time waste. So worker also. So
Worker, because the pod is going to run.
yeah,
Uh, okay, so the app armor profile needs to be applied on the respective on all
yeah,
the worker nodes,
correct.
probably, right?
Yes, yes. So how can you use this? So you can use Sonar Cube, sorry, Ansible for this, not Sonar Cube. No, last morning
Okay.
session was Sonar Cube actually. So
Oh, okay. You already had a session before 10.
yeah, morning session with students. etc
Mhm.
uh, app armor and vi. I'm calling the same name what they have. Copy paste everything here. Include this simple code. If you want the complicated code, you will find on the GitHub 100 ship profile like that. You'll be there to reference it. And what is this? Hmm. So I did this ch mode 755 is not needed though. Done. And quickly just load this. Parser is installed automatically. Set enforce instead of complain. See, this utility is not there. So let me install this quickly. Else you restart the services automatically and then
Okay.
set in the profile. So now I'm going to just only this line is important. So now I'm going to apply from the master. So where is my
Okay.
file? My file is uh, I did this one in the work, right? So where is my file? So my file is kubectl get nodes. This is my workstation, right? Yeah. So copy this content. I copied last time. Not sure where I copied. access.yaml and run this. Okay. Now you will apply this, and after that, the moment you run this command, then you will see the permission denied. So that is something which we will do that. So let's create this kubectl uh, create apply anything in default hyphen f xx. Oops, sorry, my bad. Kubectl apply -f and xx.yaml. Sorry. xx.yaml. What? I'm not sure why this is coming. Is there no? kubectl apply -f xx.yaml. Unchanged. I did not deploy actually. Get pods. It was deployed 44 seconds ago by mistake, maybe. So I did not know this. So it's deployed. Now I am going to exec that. So you got this pod is running app armor test, which is here. And
Okay.
now I'm going to run this. So here, let's use this command, and this will help you for this. So now kubectl exec -it app armor test. Just copy paste this, will be easy for me. And what I'm doing using this, I'm sending one command to touch inside the root locations.
Root.
Yeah,
It will get permission denied. Okay.
it should get permission denied. So this is something you can
Mm-hmm.
protect your system. So some
Mm-hmm.
mischievous container should not uh, modify the systems and then do something which is not. So this is called Trojan horse. You're accessing some resource, some runtime, and through that runtime you're trying to do some impact to some other runtime and then take a control of the system.
Okay.
So
Got it. Yeah.
yeah, so now this all process which I said you can do through the command line also, but I do not find quickly commands. So I'll do one thing. You can follow this tutorial for time being as a lab,
Okay.
and meanwhile I'll give you the commands also which you can do that.
Sure. Sure.
So I'm giving this one.
Hello everyone, if you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc. Kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to hundreds of playlists and 1000s of videos lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.